A couple of years ago, I started to devote more time to writing fiction. It began as a reaction to the many stories that crossed my path. It could be something personal or something captivating told by someone else. I found myself reacting to the sound of the unjust, inhumane treatment, or unfair everyday details. I tried sending in articles to newspapers, though mostly did I hear that the subject was not something they treated at the moment. Fiction gave me a larger room to raise my questions. And the language of fiction resonated with my spirit, as fiction is a way of writing about the life around the facts, the breath of life. A writer researches like a journalist until they find a psychological root cause, only to then find themselves on the edge of the world face to face with difficult philosophical questions. I slowed down from 100 to 0. My 5 senses became more receptive than before. I started to listen, see, touch, smell, and taste with a deeper feeling. It became the greatest mind training because reflection gave me an insight to myself and others around me. Years later, I read that awareness of the 5 senses was included among the mindfulness training, the therapeutic method taught in universities around the world, and these days also applied in many workplaces. I started to note specific life patterns that seemed to burden a lot of people. I heard it during conversation, even while on trains, buses, and other public places. The recurring themes were often related to competition and achievement anxiety, and also the normative expectations from their gender role in relationships, career, and general life. People moving in digital speed seemed to be losing their balance. I started to ask myself how a person can sustain with all these invisible norms around us. And what can we do to remain a sustainable personality? I believe it helps by creating a social awareness, by exposing and talking about these patterns that hinder progress for society, for personal growth, and humanity. I guest lectured in various high schools and received positive reactions from the audience. This project was born from those talks. I now blend my empirical studies with the similar findings from world-renowned researchers, writers, and scientists such as Sir Ken Robinson, Dan Siegel, Paul Verhaeghe, Alfie Kohn, and many more. I have adapted my observations and talks into short educational videos, and with time, I might fill my video library with more. These are the stories that echoes the thunders of life.